no joker lap, and a huge grid of pre-1991 racers. We're ready to go. We're green and away, and it's Stuart Emery who gets the best start from the initial launch. Charlie French gets bogged down. There's contact behind. Andy Grant and Alan Tapscott are involved on the line. Tapscott and Grant are both backwards in the grass in the spinning Ford Escorts, but it's Alan Crockett who's doing the early leading in this one. Hopefully Alan can get the Ford moved because he's at a tricky position on the chicane exit. He's going to get it moving now, I think, but it's Alan Crockett who leads. Charlie French in the Ford Escort is your second place runner. Stuart Emery third, Nigel Davey fourth, Pat Duran is in fifth spot with Vince Bristow sixth at the back of the pack, but it's Crockett who leads, and Charlie French is doing enough at the minute to take the title. He's right on the rear bumper of Alan Crockett in the naturally aspirated 2.7 litre Opel against the 1.9 litre turbocharged Zach Speed Martin Skanker Tribute in the hands of Charlie French. The SR1 versus 779, and Charlie French is going to try and make a move right around the outside. There's almost contact between the pair as they go down into Talladega. This is tremendous stuff from the dentist from Northern Ireland against the engineer from Heathfield. This is tremendous battling, but Crockett's got a bit of an edge over Charlie at this stage. It's Rallycross final, anything can happen, and 10 points in the championship fight means that a title is still on the line, but at the minute Crockett will win but not win the crown. Charlie's doing enough in second place to take the title away and back to Heathfield in East Sussex to make it 2 from 2. A spin behind Stuart Emery has spun the Volvo, and it's almost blocking the road. The huge Volvo 242 up at North Bend Hairpin. I think that might have been contact with Pat Duran up at North Bend, but Stuart's around, so he's off the podium. But it's Alan Crockett who's your race leader. Duran now in third spot. Emery's dropped to the right to the back of the pack in the Volvo, but Alan Crockett through and up towards the jump. This is the penultimate lap now, and the 779 car has the advantage over the flame-throwing Ford of Charlie French behind. Pat Duran in a strong third spot after the dramas of the last lap. Nigel Davey in 691, Vince Bristow behind, and Dave Ewan in sixth spot at the minute. But we have 1.5 laps left to go. Alan Crockett is doing all he can. The son of Davy Crockett, who raced in the Nova Challenge in the past and a top rallycrosser in his own right. Alan's been a real star of BTRDA rallycross in recent years and has now joined the Super Retro division and absolutely put on a show in the RXNI run car. Pat Duran's had a drama through chicane and has lost a lot of ground out of sight, but it is Alan Crockett then on this final lap. It looks like he's going to be able to do it on this last race of the season. We've got a bit of a retro rallycross car park over on Dover Slope with Alan Tapscott and Stuart Emery both parked up at the side of the road, both out with damage. But it's Alan Crockett then who's climbing up Hairy Hill into North Bend Hairpin for the final time. The Northern Irish-based dentist has been top form all season, and he's going to take the win here but not do enough to claim the title. Crockett down into paddock for the final time. Alan will win the fight in the last round of the season. He's delighted with that, but Charlie French is your champion for 2025. He wins again in the Super Retro division. The Tuesday Night Rallycross Club will be absolutely delighted with that. He's a double champion. He only joined Rallycross in 2023. The car was demoed here at the Lydden, one of the World Rallycross events, as Andy Grant and Dave Ewan continue their fight. They're coming down the hill together. The Ford Escort Mark II man gets ahead of the Ford Fiesta, so that was a good move by Andy Grant. He gets past in 45 ahead of Dave Ewan, and Hannah Stewart's on the back of them as well now, so good pace from Hannah. There was decent fighting behind with Alan Crockett winning, Charlie French second, Pat Duran third, Nigel Davey fourth in the TR7 V8, Vince Bristow 5th, Andy Grant 6th. A huge list of cars continues with Dave Ewan 7th, Hannah Stewart 8th, Stuart Emery 9th, and the non-finishers being Emery in 9th and Tapscott. Good stuff from the Super Retros. But Charlie French is your 2025 champion. He's got SR1 on the door of the Ford, and he can keep that for another year. Alan Crockett's going to throw the brilliant Opel Kadett into a donut up at North Bend. Alan has been tremendous all season. The racing has been superb.